Hello, in this video we will look at the transport in plant. So how transport will be occur, for example sugar, water and mineral. So here is plant. First of all we should need to understand the anatomy of plant. So this is the shoot system, which that is green and photosynthetic part of the plant, contain leaves and stem and flower. So here is the root system, which contain root here for use for the absorption of water from the soil into the shoot system. So here is the stem and this is the leaf. So leaf is very important for the photosynthesis because leaf contains stomata for absorption of carbon dioxide and release oxygen for photosynthesis. So let's begin to understand the cross sections of the different part of the plant. Here is the leaf, which that's contain a midrib vascular bundle, that is main rib, and on the other hand here is the upper dermis, which that's contain upper dermis not contain guard cell stomata. So on the other hand here is the phloem and xylem, which that is used for the food and water conduction. Xylem is used for the water conduction. So here is the palisade mesophyll cell and spongy mesophyll cell, which contain chloroplast used for the photosynthesis. So this is the stem cross section. So let's begin to understand. This is the sclerenchyma and this is the pith inside middle toward the xylem, old xylem, and here is the cortex, and this is the xylem, red color, pink color, and phloem is the green color showing in the figure. So remember, during the secondary growth, the phloem will move outward due to the pericycle is present. Vascular cambium is present, sorry. So on the other hand, the xylem will move inward, mid of the stem. So this is the root anatomy, which contain also the epidermis, and here is epidermis, and this is the cortex, and root hairs used for the water absorption and pericycle, and this is the endodermis as well as the epidermis and xylem and phloem. Let's begin to understand first xylem vessel. The xylem is the dead tissue. Why? Because it deposits the cellulose and lignin. And in this way, here is the one-way pathway, not two-way. For example, root to move the shoot system, water conduction. So the cellulose outer cell dead and no end wall between cell. And this is the water and mineral conduction. And it is used for the water and mineral conduction is known as xylem vessel. Let's begin to understand the phloem. So phloem is contain two type of cell. For example, this is the phloem vessel, and wall is here, as you can see, which that contain organic molecule. For example, sugar, vitamin, and mineral slightly. So this is the end wall. Sieve plates are present, which that is permeability of water as well as sugar will be moved two ways. So the two ways movement, and cell are living but need support of the companion cell, looking like in the figure. And the companion cell is move the sugar from companion cell to the phloem or phloem to companion cell through plasmodesmata. So let's begin to understand with this. Here is the companion cell, which contain plasmodesmata. Plasmodesmata is the pore-like structure, which that is used for the conduction of water, but also the conduction of food and the movement of the food from companion cell to the phloem or phloem to the companion cell. So this is the sugar can be transported after photosynthesis, and this is the plasmodesmata, and this is the companion cell, which that is used for the storage of sugar. So this is the sieve plate and the sieve tube. This is the sieve tube, hole is sieve tube, member it is known as. So the companion cell is used for the fruiting, leaves, growth, stem, growth, stores in the tubers in the form of root. Root convert into the tubers, and tubers contain a myeloblast. A myeloblast is very important organelle for deposition of sugar in the form of amylopectin and amylose, while the oleoblast is also after the conversion of sugar into the fat. So the function of phloem is to carry sap throughout a plant, and phloem tissue has several key adaptations to effective sap movement throughout the plant. So let's begin to understand the source and sink. What is source and sink? Here I have draw again the phloem. This phloem is contain a sieve tube and sieve plate are present, and in this way here is the glucose stored into the companion cell after the movement from leaf to the shoot as well as root system. So after photosynthesis, so the companion cell is used for the storage of food. So this is the sugar. Sugar is synthesis from here is the light reaction. Will use and light will be fall on the leaf and absorb from the chlorophyll. After the chlorophyll absorption, this light, the absorption of light through chlorophyll, so the oxygen will be produced when the carbon dioxide will be fixed in the dark reaction. So this is the source. Source mean where the mechanism and photosynthesis will be occur, will produce glucose during photosynthesis. Water will be required from root. So remember, this is the companion cell is used for the storage of the tubers. Amyloblast contain amylopectin and amylose in the roots and shoot, while on the other hand the fruits and tubers will be storage of foods and other things. So anyhow, this is the mechanism of phloem translocation. We will discuss the munch's pressure flow. It is proposed during the 1926 from the German scientist Munches. Let's begin to understand their setup. For understanding the transporting plant source and sink as well as transporting plant, how it's possible. So let's here I am drawing the model. This model contain a osmometer. These two osmometer A and B. This osmometer is used for the not equally concentrated solution but unequally concentrated solution. For example, this is the A osmometer contain concentrated sugar solution, very low water potential. So in this way, when the water potential will be low, so the water will move from higher potential to the lower potential here, and that's water movement from high to low water potential by osmosis. Because this partially permeable reservoirs rigid, and this is basically solution through osmosis will move the flow of solution, for example in the phloem also. Why? Because it is depend to the pressure, and it depend the flow of solution from higher concentration to the lower concentration. So the osmometer B, which that will be contain less solute, and high solvent water. So the water move by hydrostatic pressure to outside rather than inside. So the water dilute sugar solution will require, and in this way the water will move out and absorb in the osmometer A. Why? Because it is the more concentrated. So let's begin to understand the postulates here. The pressure in B osmometer increase, water potential more positive than its surrounding solution, so the water diffuse out of the osmometer through the membrane in surrounding medium. If B we will discuss, so the osmometer walls stretch, so no water moves out, and surrounding more concentrated solution, so water moves out. So remember, the outer environment contain concentrated solution if, so the B which that's contain less concentrated, as compared to the environment, so the water will move out. So in this way, that is the mechanism of phloem translocation of food solutes. So thanks for watching. Please make sure to subscribe.